Alrighty, my Wakia Kutachi. Welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. How are you all doing today? I hope you guys are doing so very well. Welcome, everybody. Hi. Hello, Nasa. Thank you. Thank you for dropping in the well wishes. I appreciate that so much. And hello to you, Krakatoon, Sage, Morbius, Wilson, and Snake, and any of you out there who might be too shy to say hi. Welcome to the third Streamaversary. So normally for Streamaversaries, I'll do like a donathon or something big. This time I decided, you know what? Let's do something cozy. Let's do something small. Let's do something that's a bit more close of a thing. And I was like, this is perfect right here. I should do just one where we kind of all sit down together and we have a good time together. It's been a long while. Hello, Hakuro. Welcome. But yes, I felt like this kind of cozier thing will be perfect. So what are we going to do today? Well, first I'll catch you up on how things were going in life. Then I'll do some tales of the clinic that I've had in terms of my experience. And then we'll get into a Q&A. So this stream probably won't be super long. I'm going to anticipate probably like an hour 30, maybe 2 hours, maybe even less. I don't know. I don't expect it to be super duper long. But yes, imagine being for over 2 years. Couldn't be me for real. Hello. Sage, thank you for being a Wakiaki on the Rise for 27 months, nearly 2 years. Same to you, Snake. You guys will always have a place here in my anime. Manifesting Yam till she says stream completed. And then what? End stream? Is that kind of like the goal? But no. So update on life. I have been really busy still, even though I finished my nursing first semester, which is awesome. First semester went extremely well. I ended with 3 A's and 1 A-. It's a very, very hard course, but I worked my butt off to be the straight A girl. So I am so proud of myself for doing really well. Till manifest. Oh, I see. That comma is very important. But no. Morning. Hello, 80 Robin. Welcome. Thank you for dropping in to listen. But yeah, no, I worked very hard to be the straight A girl. I recently got a scholarship that'll pay for my fall and spring semester, which is so awesome. I am so happy about that because I worked hard for this stuff. But I've been really busy this weekend because we actually had a Hobbit pre-release, and you know, I'm a magic judge for the store that I work at, so I actually had to run very busy pre-release. Oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. Internship has been kicking my butt. I'm happy and proud of you for working so hard. Well, good for you too, Lols, on having that dream and working hard on an internship, because not everyone would hold through on an internship. But no, I am overall, so pre-release has been completed for Hobbit. I've got another one I'm gonna run on Thursday, but after that, that's pretty much it. It's just, man, guys, does your shop have a lot of rule sharks? No, actually, it's very cozy and fun. And generally speaking, I only get called over for a couple of things. Nikkei is having a collab soon, so I gotta get into that game now too. Persona. Yes, Will and I have been very excited. Also, guys, I needed to say, I would like to shout out and thank Tomato. Tomato has actually donated a little into our TCG honeypot. So around the time of Cyberpunk, I'm going to be doing another card opening stream. And people have kind of just been like donating stuff over time. Like Krakatoon did some Pokemon packs. Tomato did Final Fantasy pre-release pack, and now Hobbit pre-release pack. So we're kind of working our way through there, and kind of just adding up and hoarding up a couple of TCG things. Does she want to know or watch the AKCN live stream herself? I mean, here's the thing. I'm going to search up Arknight's CN live stream, and whatever spoiler is about to show me, I'm literally about to probably see like the top #1 spoiler. Summer Carnival 2026. Is that it? Is that what you guys are talking about? No, you'll like this? Wait. You're kidding. No, been a while rerun, but it's the reload Persona 3? Dang, so we're not gonna get Femc. We're just gonna get Makoto Yuki again. As long as Mitsuru Kirijo. As long as Mitsuru Kirijo gets it. Heck, well, sorry Sage. I'm gonna be hoarding even more. I'm kind of glad I skipped Wei Chi then, because I have to hoard even more Arundums, because after Monhun is going to be Persona 3. And I still need to, what's it called? I still need to do something. I had to do something. Oh, I still need It's Been a While to rerun. You're in a tough spot. You have MH rerun and then Persona. It's okay, but I'm also skipping Kalina Ann. Yes, I am. If you had to rank every game you ever played, how would you rank it? You can submit Q&A questions to the Google Forms that is on multiple different places. So once you submit one, I will go to that question and I'll answer it at some point. Hello, Koyashi. You missed Y3. There's literally nothing else to pull for. Good. I wasn't gonna pull on frickin' Chen 3, the Electric Boogaloo, so I didn't need her. But yeah, I've been doing very well in my coursework. Frankly, I've learned a lot, you guys. I actually feel really capable as an individual. I can run general assessments and give some kind of idea of what's going on. I can never give full advice, because that's of course against regulations and I could get in a lot of trouble for that. I can't say lose my license because I'm not licensed yet, but so I have a lot of stuff to still learn though. Next semester is going to be medications, so I'm actually going to be able to administer medications next semester, and oh boy, I'm so scared. It's intimidating, honestly. You're doing, like, you know, I was talking to this lady who's a lawyer and she's like, you know, if I fail, people just lose money and whatever. But if you fail, that's... And I was like, yeah. Did you know wasps hurt? Actually, I took care of a man who had a wasp bite. I actually applied a bandage, as well. I disinfected, applied a bandage, and then ice packed it to basically help with the inflammation. I saw the telltale signs of inflammation. I did not see the telltale signs of a bug bite. A wasp bite, not a sting. So no, I did that recently, and the guy was like, thank you so much. You probably saved me a trip to the hospital, because he's basically got he's got like, I think, a neurodegenerative disorder, which is very sad. I always feel bad for people with neurodegenerative diseases because they're weaker and there's not much they can do about it beyond, you know, just kind of suffer. It's really sad, honestly. Was it squillium? No, Will doesn't have a neurodegenerative disease, I hope. And yes, of course, I followed up with the, you know, this is not medical advice. I'm not a licensed individual. I'm just a student nurse, blah, 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 blah. And like, but I'll tell you guys, there's something nice about being a useful member of society. When I was just someone who knew cards and TCG, I felt so useless waking up every single day. I was like, great, another day where I can teach someone about Pokemon cards. Ooh, I'm so special. Wow, I know all the values of Pokemon cards. Yay. Whoa. Whoa. And now I'm actually smart enough to handle a lot of these things that I normally would not be able to do, and to help people that are struggling with this kind of no, not Samurai Champloo music. So no, now I'm actually smart enough to be able to handle these things and like be a genuinely functioning and supportive member in society. And that feels special, guys. Like, it feels better than like just being someone who works at a card store. It does, because I just feel like I'm actually useful, not useless like some of these other people. So you can perform your duties in Arcknife? No, because that's a doctor. Doctors and nurses are two entirely different fields. So no. I mean, you can be both a cardboard gremlin and a functioning member of society. That's kind of where I am now. I am both at this point. Having a job doesn't kill your love for hobbies. No, and I still do have a lot of hobbies by all accounts, but it is nice to finally kind of branch out and not just be a cardboard gremlin. And it feels nice to actually have knowledge that can help people in their time of need. Genuinely, it makes me feel good. I kind of get where you're coming from. I don't have the sense of being useful yet. You'll get there. You'll figure out what you want to do and where you want to go, and you'll be fine. You'll get there. It'll be okay. So no, that knowledge is just fantastic, honestly. And so yeah, that's kind of where I've actually been able to feel more fulfillment. The part that stinks is, of course, I've had to cut into streaming time. So I haven't been able to see you guys often. I haven't been able to play games often. Streaming has been way less, but it's a necessary sacrifice to kind of go where I'm going. There's a Pokemon Worlds tournament. Basically, their big Pokemon World celebration is at the end of August. And I'm actually planning on competing in the local circuit to try and win the promo and the cute deck box. I just want the deck box, you guys. I could care less about the promo. They're like, it's a $300 promo. I'm like, okay. That's fantastic. I want the deck box. So I'm actually looking forward to that. But no, overall, yeah, that's kind of where life has been for me. I've been proud of myself. I have been. Please don't say world tournament like that. It triggers my Dokkan world. It triggers a very specific part of my coconut brain. Huh? Be honest, how much hours of sleep are you running on right now? I'm actually running on a decent number of sleep, Shiroe. I'll have you know, I'm actually doing pretty good for myself. So, don't you worry about me. Is it odd that I missed school after just graduating in May just because I barely do anything now aside from job hunting? That's not odd at all. It stinks when you don't have a job. You'll actually feel pretty empty as a person. I get that. It happens to everyone, honestly. Because it's like you don't have anything to do, you don't have anywhere to go, you're kind of stuck at home all day with nothing really in mind. It stinks. I get it. A lot of people struggle with that as time goes on because it's like, well, shoot, what am I supposed to do now? So genuinely, it makes sense. There's nothing to be ashamed of at all. Nor is it that weird. It depends on what kind of job you're getting into, honestly. Exactly. Not gonna lie and say love your job, but having a good job makes exhaustion much more bearable. Yes, and you'll want to find the right job. If you really want a nice, exciting job, then be a storm chaser. Go out there and yell at a tornado to assert dominance. Okay, maybe not quite that. That sounds a little stupid. Not gonna lie. But you go to school for a large portion of your life, then you notice after you graduate, you'll notice it be gone. Yeah, that's kind of a big issue too. It's kind of just like you're there and then suddenly you're not. Hello, Dark Hypersonic. Okay, so Tales from the Clinic. So far in terms of like clinical experience, I'll say I was so timid my first time. Oh my God, you guys, I was scared out of my mind. I was like, oh God, there's so much pressure now. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna handle this? You know, I'm going into a field where people can die. I'm not gonna be able to do this. And I was just so scared the entire time. I pretty much was prepared to work myself to the bone. And I remember second time I was like, whatever you need me for, even if I'm eating, come get me. And she's like, take your break. Make sure you get rest. I'm like, no, I must always be on the floor. It was definitely silly because the thing is that just like with any of the nurses, they basically were realizing I was probably working myself too hard. Now, what I really disliked was I actually got to see a lot of nurses who genuinely thought they were just, they just knew so much. It's like, hey, this person needs help. And they would roll their eyes and be like, oh, fine, and all that stuff. I'm like, why did you go into this field? You're like a terrible person. And they're just like, they wouldn't fathom that because, they're a nurse, they heal, they mend. Oh, and it's like, okay. That's fantastic. You white woman. Like, okay, hold on. All right, guys, full off the cuff. Nursing is a white woman profession. Nursing is stressful, so maybe that's why. I don't care if it's stressful. Suck it up, Buttercup. You decided to go into the field. You don't get the choice to be able to roll your eyes and be annoyed. Susan John is probably scared out of her mind. So suck up your freaking spoiled behavior and think about what you're doing wrong in life. But that's just me. I get very annoyed with nurses that are very clearly neglecting what they need to do. I would be scared too if my name was Susan John. I guess it does suck if your name is Susan John. Gosh, I'd feel bad for any lady named Susan John. Oh, hi, Anime Craft.
Anime Craft 66 super chatted $2.
Thank you for supering 2 buckaroolies. I greatly appreciate it. Every bit helps and goes towards the growing ramen fund. I mean, people who are bitter with life exist everywhere, office and stuff. Yeah, but in this profession, you really shouldn't be bitter. You really shouldn't. There are a lot of people that are scared. And so this is not the place to be, bitter at this current moment. Donations are always required and never appreciated. This is not true. Liar! Crackerton liar! The longest running joke on Hayami's channel so far. Liar! I think once you have years of experience, you'll be like that. I would hope not. I'll tell you, okay, so that was my first experience, right? My first experience was being very, being very scared and then actually being kind of comfortable with going to my clinical experiences because I had to be comfortable. I had to be more relaxed because that's what's dependent upon me. Second time went a lot better, but here's the story where I was very upset. I had a nurse that I was assigned to that I was helping. She was a nice lady. She helped me out a lot, as a matter of fact. she taught me a lot. And the thing is that she was actually a nursing teacher to begin with. So I was like, okay, cool. Now, here's my issue. She had an encounter with a patient before, and said patient would always want the same medication because that kind of pain medication helped her. And, you know, she was over here like, it's drug-seeking behavior. You know, they do this every single time they come in here. And I don't care. After this, I'll go home and you'll still be doing the same F-wording thing all day. And I'm like, what the frick are you talking about? What are you even saying right now? She was running her mouth about how, like, you know, she's you know, she doesn't care, it doesn't bother her, all that stuff. And like, I'm like over here like, this really does bother you because you're getting so upset about it. Also, I can't believe the way you're talking about a patient right now. Now, here's the thing. I told myself, okay, so this is going to happen in nursing. My colleagues are going to get very stressed out and very upset. I understand. That's okay. You know, I need to be prepared for this. So, let's just, you know, listen, hear them out. Let's support them. Because I'm sure it's never easy to see the same patient over and over and hear them ask for the same pain meds. Now, of course, when a patient is constantly in the hospital, they're going to know what they need. They're going to know what works. That's just something that we learn. And I basically was sitting there like, here's the problem though. When she went back into the patient's room, she was hostile towards the patient. And I was like, woman, what the frick, dude? What are you even doing right now? This is stupid. And like, I actually had to tell my professor about this. I was like, I didn't know how to respond. I was uncomfortable, honestly. You know, again, this is something, lack of professionalism. Exactly. She was being a freaking witch about it. And so I was very upset. I told my professor and she's like, yeah, that shouldn't have happened. I'm sorry. I'm like, it's fine. But it's like, I'm more concerned about the patient. In the words of my supervisor, she is doing things. She's doing the things. Yeah, I was not happy. And of course, I'm just a student, so there's only so much I can do. Nor can I really check the individual. But like, I was just like, ugh, what are you doing, lady? I kept my distance from her and I just didn't feel comfortable asking for her for help because it's like, God, she's probably going to treat the patient like poop. Hogging and pointing at my screen, woman doing thing. So, no. When that happened, I basically just tried to... I just tried to keep it to... Well, not keep it to myself. I just avoided her because I just didn't feel comfortable. And I get it. Camaraderie. We're supposed to be in health. We're supposed to be in this together. Healthcare professionals. But it's like, where's the compassion? Genuinely, where's the compassion? Like, I understand it's a stressful job. No one wants to be doing this. But at the same time, acting like this is not going to help anyone. It's not. And unfortunately, a lot of these nurses don't understand that, and they think they're smarter than a doctor. They do. I've actually talked to a lot of nurses that thought they were smarter than doctors, and they're not, you guys. They're not. Nurses are not more educated than a doctor. No one wants to be doing this. Also study to be do this. How dare you call out the hypocrisy of the nursing profession? I will remember this. I will gather together every single nurse to punish you. It depends, to be honest. No. And you know what? This is the time where I'll say, none of this, it depends. None of this, we need to understand nurses because they're overworked. No, I'm tired of hearing it. No more. They're not overworked. They're not underpaid. They're not. No more. No more lies. So you're gonna remember this during the next Nikkei skin gotchas running too? In terms of what? Like, none of this. Work in the trauma center. Hello, Playmaker. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. How have you been? No more of this stuff being said. That's like, it's all the same thing over and over and over again. Of just, we need this, we need that, we're so great. No. Oh, please, the persona skins better not cost me an arm. Oh, right, well, about those persona skins, just saw a thing where other use where a nurse got pulled over after a 30-hour shift. Yeah, well, this is why they probably should at least like add beds for us. Also, okay, well, hang on, Will. So in reality, we don't know what they are yet? Yes, we do. They posted it. They posted them already. Are you dumb? And there's a PV. Limited costume rerun, Thief of Justice Miranda. Queen pajamas. Free is her Shujin one. Yukiko Amagi has winter room wear and in kimono. And of course, the gotcha skin is going to be Phantom in her Phantom Thief outfit. So we do actually know. No, I refuse your reality. All caps is not a convincing defense. I am going to put that up on my wish list. Bada bing, bada boom. That way I can get it in time. Yay. It doesn't work. Age, go back to horses. Are you talking about Nikkei over Hans game? Hans. Our apologies. I'll apologize. Will Kazuyo. No. Okay, so like, you know, that was another situation, and like Another moment was actually like a lot of nurses really wanted to avoid us for a long period of time. It made me sad. They didn't really seem to like us that much. We kind of it seemed like they thought we were more in the way than anything. And I was like, oh. So that stunk too, but you know, it's something that happens. Did I miss something, by the way? I'm just doing tales from the clinic. Some of the stuff that I saw though, guys, I'll admit I am not good with pee and poop. Oh my God. I almost want to throw up every single time. Okay. There was this lady that looked straight at this man who was really, really tall, right? Like really tall. And she was staring up at him, and like the next things that came out of her mouth was, "You tall, boy." And he just didn't say anything to her. But I remember I was dying for the next few hours. I could not hold it together. "You tall, boy." My new girlfriend does phlebotomy and she tells me stories too. Exactly. "You tall, boy." Oh my God. So that was a very funny moment, but most of my clinic days were very busy. I tried to keep myself on top of things, doing schoolwork, assigned stuff. There were multiple times my friends had fun partying, getting Pokemon cards, and of course, I was busy at the clinic. But I had to do what was important for me. I had to. It was the most important thing. So yes, you tall boy. Oh my God, it killed me. I was done. I could not stop laughing. I remember I snuck into like the break room to laugh a little more, and like one of the nurses was staring at me like, "Are you okay?" At the clinic, dreaming of Pokemon cards, yeah. I was sitting there like, Pokemon. Yes, I am. Hey, Will. I put it up. Persona time. It's Persona time, Squilliam. We Persona-ing. Do VTubers dream of electric gacha? Don't moan, dog. But yeah, so on top of that, on top of the fact that nurses were just very unfriendly despite how they pick this profession, I actually did get to talk to a lot of patients, and you really realize a lot of Thrawn. But no, you really get to learn a lot about patients and just how scared they are. A lot of them will immediately be frightened because there's a freaking issue these days where doctors will just run their freaking mouths, guys. It's like they'll just run their mouth. They'll be like, "Oh, your blood pressure is high? I don't know how you're alive right now." I'm like, really? Did they not teach you in medical school to not freaking say this? You're gonna say, "I don't know how you're still alive." You think that's the best idea? Are you missing a brain cell or something? How did you graduate? There's just a lack of tact. Dang is right. Like, I don't know, if someone said that about my cat, I don't know, they'd be catching some hands. But yes, along with this, there's also a lot of egos too. Like there was an NP that basically was like, they were claiming she was a physician, but she wasn't. My doctor kicked me out of the office because I stressed him out on the operating table. That's stupid. I mean, what department was it? Cardio. You buffoon. What do you mean it's 200 CAD? It's a gotcha skin and 2 battle passes, Squill. I'm just saying. It's the full series. What did you think would happen? Rip Will's wallet. We will never forget your sacrifice, Will. We will never forget and forever remember. Surrender. Do we, to quote the other mods, we... Alright, just because Tomato said it doesn't mean that the rest of you have to jump on board. We will remember Will. I will remember Will. Will you remember me? I will remember you. Will you remember me? It's been nice catching up. I got a jet. I have work tomorrow. Bye, Huck and Rose. Hearken, hearken unto me. If you stream Nikkei again, then I will check your throne. Will. Will, we talked about this. You can't bargain like this. You can't bargain like this, Will. We talked about this. You promised me. You promised me. You can't do this. Don't threaten the devil with a good time, Will. You can't do this. I can if I don't have a job yet. You lied to me. That's it. I'll remember this. I'll remember this. Battle of the broke wallets. Well, actually, I can play by those rules, Will. I can play by those rules right now. Breaking news, the French can lie. I can play by those rules immediately. I'm gonna have to look for jobs soon. Just gotta close up all my business with my old place, since it's pretty clear they can't hire me back. I'm sure you'll get something considering the profession you're in. So, Will, about streaming Nikkei. I'm streaming it right now. Since we're here, Hayami, why don't you show chat all the skins Will has gotten you? Usually it's gacha skins. Though he did forget to remind me about that one skin from Stellar Blade. So there was that unfortunate day. You're clearly not streaming it. This is clearly just cleverly disguised Let's Play. The Eve camping one? No, the Raven one. Must be nice to remember when you stream games that aren't Dokkan. Raven. Hey, listen. Sometimes Coconut's just a good game. In terms of how many gemmies I have 50k gemmies. And I also have 152 advanced recruit vouchers. So I think we're in a good spot for her, Jonah. I think we're in a very good spot for her, Jonah. Oh shoot, a survey. That's another 300 gems. Sometimes Candy Crush is interesting. Okay, we usually just blow through this. Watch Hayami lie about the survey. I never lie about the story. But now you can't ask for a Persona collab. Sage is not that old yet. Will... Will... It has to have women. Sage is a woman, and frankly, Snake has like some cake. Collab starts in 2 days, calm down. Listen, I want to summon at the same time as everything, and things take time, sir. That's why I'm being pushy for the first time. Aren't you glad that I'm comfortable being able to say this stuff? Oh. That's hurtful. Very well. I'm quitting Nikkei. I'm uninstalling. I was a white girl about a month ago. This is true. You started it. I'm quitting Nikkei. Um, but yeah, furthermore, in terms of just like, in terms of just kind of at the clinic, I took care of a variety of things. And some of these people, guys, it's really sad kind of how life has gone for them. All I can really do most of the time is just hope that they heal, genuinely. So, um, yeah, I guess it's like you gotta do the best you can with what you have. You gotta. And you gotta show compassion. You'll see so many people be so appreciative of your help if you do your job. And oh my God, some nurses don't do their job, guys. I generally get very upset with how much that is. But yeah, I did a couple of things. Like I took care of someone's central venous catheter by cleaning it up and making sure everything was good. That was very scary because that was a catheter that was directly into their central line, which was right next to their heart. The other thing that I did was I learned how to basically install a urinary catheter, and that one's frightening too. And of course, I learned how to take care of someone's trachea, which apparently is just purely disgusting. I know how to do general assessment, what to look for, what to listen for. I know how to use a stethoscope. I know what might be considered abnormalities. Like, I'm making it, guys. Your girl is becoming a functional nurse. That's what matters most. You might not be able to fix what ails them, but you can at least help them achieve. Exactly. The goal is to get them to a place where they feel better, not fix their problems, because it's very tough to fix problems. Oh.
At @_Robin1457 super chatted $50. Tip for job hunts: look for maintenance lines in multiple industries. It's how I ended up at Souther Tire Mart, a commercial tire shop, working on wheels, tires to make sure companies are able to keep on trucking. Been here 3 years already.
Well, thank you both for the tip and for the super. I greatly appreciate it. Every bit helps and goes towards more fun, actually. You know what? Today is going to be fun money. I am not going to spend on food anymore. I'm tired of doing this. I will not eat. That 50% is still concerning. It does stink to be 50% white woman, but you know, let's be on the point. No, so I am generally very, what's it called? I'll be honest, I'm generally pretty tired as a person. These days though, only 50. What do you mean only 50? Well, Will. How educate Kuyashi? Oh, 50%. Because the super happened at the same time and everyone's talking about 50, I was about to be like, what the frick? I mean, man, she calls me a she a lot. Jeez, Haya. All right, you know what? I don't want to hear it. Y'all are running mouths. That's what I was thinking too. See, it's not just me. It's okay, Flash. Apparently, we're just degenerates of society who think everything's about money. Flash, how's your burp been doing, by the way? Oh, shoot, I need to play some music. It's kind of empty right now. She's great. Good, good. I'm glad to hear. She extorts my money enough. I'm not shaming anyone else. I don't see your money being anywhere near me right now, Will Kazeo. Your money is just fine. Teach chat about being 50% woman, 50% woman, 50% man, all times orphan. Back to non-stop attacking the dog. Good. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear. But yeah, I took care of a couple of them, and there was this one patient who had a neurodegenerative disorder, and he would basically just say pain, pain, and you would put food in front of him and he'd be able to eat, but he would just say pain. And one time he looked at me and he was just like, love you, and I was like, oh. right through the heart. Yeah. A lot of people thanked me for what I did, and I always said it's like I really don't do it for the thanks. I don't see the point in doing it for the thanks. I'm not a hero. I'm not someone who, you know, deserves that kind of praise. I chose to go into this profession, and I have a duty to society as a person. And that duty is to make sure people remain happy, healthy, and safe. And I am proud to be part of that. I'm proud to be that kind of, I'm proud to contribute to society in that way. So I really don't need people to thank me for what I do. Is Will getting bullied again? No, he's bullying me. Will Kazeo! Traitor! Deceiver! Usurper! I told the dead that I would make a sept out of bones, Will. I don't have nearly enough bones. So my assumption was partially right. It was psychological. Your mom's psychological. Got him. Technically you are 50% woman. You got your X chromosome and 50% of your genetics from your mom, so you are 50% woman. Physiological. Oh. Okay, hold on. So if you actually went to get into the physiology of how it works, an X chromosome does actually determine for female, yes. But you are not 50% woman just because you have an X chromosome. That is not entirely fair to say. You actually are X. Like if you're a male, you're an XY chromosome. That just determines male. Now, if you're talking about the fact when a fetus turns into a baby, in the first few stages of life, they're actually going to be female. Generally speaking, what happens is, I believe the something ducts will end up slowly dissolving, and the Wolffian duct will grow into what is known as the seminal vesicles for males. So you start female and then go into male. Whereas if it's a female determined by chromosomes, the Wolffian ducts will slowly dissolve and the other ones will kind of grow, and those will be known as the those will be what connects to the uterus, the ovaries in this case. So that's kind of how that happens. That's why men have... But what if a man were to shave off his nips? But yes, so that's kind of how sex actually works, just in general. But anyways, back to the clinic. What else kind of stood out to me? So there was actually a time where I was pushing myself super hard. I was studying all day, all night. And one day I was up for 32 hours because I had to study for an exam and then go on for clinical. I put my head down and I fell asleep at the nursing station. Oh, I got sent home and I was terrified. I was so scared I was going to lose. I was going to get kicked out because people mentioned some people get removed for nursing school. Thankfully, I got put on a plan and I excelled from there. I did fantastic. But that doesn't mean that I was not freaking frightened the entire time, guys. I was so scared. Then they would be a man with worn down nips. Eee! Nipply bipply. Oh no, my eggy weggies. But yes, I actually grew very close with my nursing group. They were actually very nice people. We went out drinking and it was a fun time. And I told them all sorts of stories that I had throughout my life. But yeah, overall, I had a good time learning in clinical. I basically crushed it after that. I got to meet a lot of people. I met one lady who was, who had a neuro disease. Of course, she wasn't like what the frick does this mean? Gifter. It fell off of a vein. It fell off of vein. What? Thrown to the thing? Yes. Thank you, Will. We greatly appreciate it. I'm so excited. I'm going to go hard on this persona thingy. But I'm confused. It says it fell off a van is the gifter. And I don't understand. Am I missing something? Am I having mental illness? What does it fell off a van mean? Do I have the mental issue? What do you mean? That money clearly fell off a van. It's not mine. Oh. So we lying now. Mental Illinois. Yeah, so she basically had a developmental disease, and I remember she was like, I'm scared or something like that. Oh my God, there was one moment that she actually, I walked in and she was like, and she said my real name like really happy. I was about to let my real name slip, but she was like, Hayami. And I went over, held her hand, all that stuff. At one point, she was like, I'm scared. Can I have a hug? And I gave her one. Oh, poor girl. She actually said to me, like, she was really scared too. I'm like, hey, it's going to be okay. Do you trust me? And she was like, I do. And I'm like, okay, then it's going to be okay. I'm going to take care of you. All right. That's the kind of compassion that I'm talking about that I feel like is missing these days. That kind where it's like, you're gentle, you're soft, you're there, you're present. The patient knows you'll take care of them. And I feel like that's what's missing. We just don't have that kind of delicate heart anymore. Welcome, you are now 30% women. No, maybe people don't just become woman right now. Maybe we don't just immediately demote people. Oh shoot, I shouldn't have said that. For legal reasons, this is a joke. For legal reasons, this is a joke, guys. Do you want to like 50% date? Demote. That's a good response, Istri. Do you want a 50% date? Wow, Hayami. I'm sorry! Guys, for legal reasons, this is a joke. Who knew you were a gamer? I thought you were my Pog champ. But it turns out you were just cringe. You get 50% rejected. Is there a YouTuber apology? Where's the ukulele? All aboard the toxic something train. I am some lady who doesn't know any better. And I very clearly messed up, but I'm gonna blame everyone else. My 50% female side can date his 50% male side, and his 50% male side can, and I can date his 50% female side. Now here's the question. Who's on top? All right, I'll do it later. No, no, no. Who's on top? Hmm? These are indeed questions, Hayami. 50% me. I see. So this is what it has come down to. 50% top. Now, does that mean you're gonna go 50% in or just 50% as a treat? Do we make a 50% child of a 25% one? No. That's called a switch. Like a wave or particle depends on being observed. Excuse me. This is some interesting 50%ings. But yeah, those are just kind of like the tales of what's happened at the clinic so far. I've gotten to learn a lot, and I feel like there's a lot more that's going to happen at next semester. But that being said, all right, guys, here's some questions that you guys have submitted for me. All right, question number 1. I already know who this is. What do I need to do to make you play Yu-Gi-Oh with me? I don't have a soul left to sell thanks to Dokkan and Legends. I don't want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm sorry. I gave it a try and the game is just, there's too much going on and I just didn't enjoy it. Like, that's the genuine answer. I really didn't enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! I tried. I really did, Playmaker. I tried my best. Wait, there was submissions? Yes, Tomato! I pinged everyone. You can still submit. I thought these were anonymous. Oh. They are anonymous, but there's literally only one person who wants me to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So I know who it is. And honestly, you guys should too. He's a resident Yu-Gi-Oh! person. Yeah, no, if you go to server announcements, there was submissions. You can still submit one if you'd like, Tomato. Like, I'm sorry, I did try. Genuine answer. What if it was me? Well, you just said there was submissions, so very clearly you didn't submit anything. Do you have any plans regarding your future after you finish all semesters? You know, actually, guys, I'm glad you would ask. I have never had the chance to talk about this. But yes, so what is my future after all of these semesters? Okay. So, what I plan to do is I will actually graduate past the NCLEX RN, which is the official United States, shocker, certification for nurses, registered nurses, that is. And what I'm going to do after that is I'm probably going to work in the ICU for about 3 years. After I work in the ICU for 3 years, I am actually going to go back to school and ask for my hospital to pay for my schooling to become a nurse practitioner. So my end goal is to be a CNP, which is not like a doctor. So I was wrong. A lot of nurses would say CNPs are basically doctors. They're not. It's an ego issue again. Basically, the big problem is CNPs will literally only study their field, and they basically almost get doctor-like certificate. Oh! Well, hello, Elite Six. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships. I greatly appreciate it. Every bit helps and goes towards helping out the stream. And thank you guys for joining this Wakiyaku on the Rise squad, part of the Waki squad. Thank you guys so much. Happy 3 years. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yes, I appreciate it. How have you been? So no, CNP is my end goal, honestly. I will say the NCLEX RN is a very hard test. I've actually been doing just practice and prep for it. Been good? Good. How has your career been now that you've started? I remember you were finishing up. You're an RN now, right? No, first year, first semester. So I only have PCA knowledge at this current moment. RN knowledge is still very limited. Next semester, I'll have a lot more RN knowledge. I'll have taken Pathopharm 2 and the second step to adult nursing. So right now, it's just kind of PCA work is the extent of what I know. Next semester will be where I get more RN knowledge. But yes. One of these questions is wild. Okay, so Do I have any plans? So yes, that's my plan to potentially be to be a CNP. It'll be a 5-year plan, waiting for you to join me in the best field RN. Dude, me too. I'll finally have money and not be poor. I can buy my own stuff and not have to ask for people to help me. What's my favorite fight in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z? Gohan versus Cell. It always has been, and it always will be, and that part will never change. What is my favorite unit in Dokkan Battle? LR 10th Anniversary Tech Vegito. It has never changed, and it probably will always be that one. I love using him, even though he gets freaking murked. I know what an NP is, just not the one you guys are talking about. I don't want to know what MP you're thinking of. Which Dragon Ball character do you feel is most relatable to you? You know that one character that's in the background that gets absorbed by Cell? That was probably me. Or, you know, I've been just working as a nurse and just practicing my skills for now, slowly working to my goal ward. Which ward do you want to be in? Mine is ICU. And are you just overall doing normal skills, or have you had to like improve sterile skills? Anything specific? Bald offer money guy. Peds ED. Okay. That's a hard one, honestly. That's kind of, oh, heart goes out to you. I could never do pediatrics, especially emergency department. The old guy when Piccolo finds him, yes. That is the person I relate to the most. What made you interested in medical work? And follow-up question, did... I don't know who this is, but I hate you. And follow-up question, did feet motivate you in any way to pursue this line of work? So what made me interested in medical work is, a lot of you may know, some of you may not, because I started moving into all nursing skills, sterile skills, communication, med knowledge, IV. IV is what I'm working on next semester, so I'm a little scared. Sterile skills, they're actually pretty easy as time goes on. I'm not super worried. But I mean, you'll get there. So will I. We'll all get there. The more you practice, the better. But yeah. So what made me interested was I wanted to help people through and through. I originally started in human resources because I thought that helped people. You don't. You are probably one of like the worst people to ever go to about anything. No one trusts HR. And so that was the worst profession I could have ever chosen for myself. Sterile is easiest? Yeah, because you don't have to change from IV, medical knowledge, communication, and nursing. All of those skills that you're already talking about can change depending on person. IV, their vein/artery may be in a space where you can't necessarily get to easily. Medical, always changing, always evolving. General nursing skills, dependent upon patient needs. Communication, dependent on patient needs and obstructions things that may end up being blocking us from moving forward. So yeah, everywhere, all of the above. But yeah, I wanted that knowledge as a person. I wanted to be able to help someone, you know, and I want like someone's, you know, oh my God, I have this going on. I don't know what to do. I wanted to be that person that can get up and be like, I'm a nurse, and immediately jump into action. So yes, that's why I wanted to go into medicine. Feet did not motivate me in any way, you freaking weirdos. Now, I say that, and I understand why you guys asked that. There are a lot of stories about doctors who get into podiatry because they like feet. It's really creepy. It is really creepy that we have a lot of podiatrists out there who do it because they like feet. But you know what? Whatever. A certain mod here, in the 3 years of you streaming, what's some of your most memorable moments? My most memorable moment. Jesus, Thunder, calm yourself. My most memorable moment was when I hit a Laughing Cats video was pretty good. I think it's when I hit 10K. I had a big celebration. We all had a lot of fun, and it was just generally a good time. It was probably when I hit 10K. I love that day. That was probably my most memorable moment, honestly. And I was very happy that that's how that went. So yeah, when I hit 10K. Imagine, is anyone here a doctor? You stand up, I'm a nurse, they look at you and be like, how can you help? I understand that, but nowadays nurses have been given more respect in terms of knowing stuff. Yeah, it'd be when I hit 10K. It was when I actually loved that moment. That was probably the best time for me. I was very happy with how that stream turned out and had a great time in that stream, that 10K celebration. Gary fanfic, even volume 2. Okay, this is my most memorable moment, not you guys. If you could change one thing about your life or the world, what would it be? Also, huge congratulations on your success in nursing school so far. Much love, Hayami. Thank you. That's so sweet of you to say. If I could change one thing about my life or the world, what would it be? There's a lot I would want to change about my life, but if I had like one Triforce wish, I would just wish people would stop being so freaking greedy. I have seen the worst of humanity in resellers and scalpers in Pokemon. In Pokemon and just in general. People are so gosh dang greedy these days. And the issue is they justify it by saying they are living paycheck to paycheck. And that's a freaking lie. I'm sorry. You are not that poor. You are lying through your teeth. You would have money if you weren't buying dang Pokemon cards. Like, if you want Pokemon cards, you probably should have worked harder. Like, I'm sorry. If you're working a job that isn't paying you much, you probably should have worked harder in life. And I have this very jaded view, not this like, oh, these poor people. No, work harder. Stop complaining about your situation and then making everyone else's life worse. There's so many people that don't complain. I have been working my butt off. In nursing school. Speaking of TCGs, we'll submit a question. No, it's okay. I'll answer that one here. No, I have been working my butt off in nursing school. I have been studying for days on end. I practice for my NCLEX RN like every other day. I lose sleep so that I can work hard for a better life. And honestly, harsh reality, get over yourself. If you can't buy some freaking cards and you need to sell to make that hobby viable, get over yourself. So that's all I'm saying. Is nursing that hard? For me, it isn't. It's difficult in the regard that I'm actually in one of the top schools in the country. One of the top schools in the world. So they're holding me to a very, very, very high standard. They basically demand a lot of me. It's not just having the knowledge. They test you heavily on critical thinking. So basically, they'll give you an answer, and then they'll give you four answers, a question, and then four answers, and then all four of them will be correct. I am in one of the top schools in the world as well. Yeah, so it's like, it is difficult, at least in my opinion. I know in America, it's definitely very stressed how hard they push you, at least to make an A. Some people don't really care. Some people make like a B or C. It's whatever. And some people have PCA experience. I came in with zero knowledge, so that's why it was a lot harder for me. That being said, some people had a lot of experience in medicine and all of that, and yada, yada, yada. On top of that, it doesn't help that, I kind of had a reset to like zero memories a couple months back, or not a couple months back, 2 years back. But yes, it is. I'm working my butt off for a better future. I am. Because the standard I hold myself to is really high as well. I hold myself to the standard of knowing everything, not just the basics, everything. I want to know everything about the heart. I want to know everything about the lungs. I want to know everything about the kidneys, the liver, everything. So I actually, during my breaks, would spend time next to the auscultation mannequin they had and just listen to the different cardiac issues. So I kind of have a general idea of what a murmur sounds like, what stenosis sounds like, what a blockage may sound like, what regurgitation sounds like, all of that. Horse ranked second in the world. Let's go. Tell me everything about the appendix. Useless. It was theorized that the appendix was actually a organ that was utilized when we would eat more raw food. It would kind of help us digest through those portions. But ever since we learned how to cook, the appendix has slowly become less and less useful. The only thing it really does now is just get clogged and rupture, unfortunately. That's kind of what the appendix does. Useless. So, yeah, I'm just tired of all these people complaining about not having a good life, not having money, all that stuff, when they didn't work. Now, that being said, not everyone can afford to go to college. I understand that. But if you focused on your job, you'd probably make some more money. But most people are spending their time going out and getting Pokemon cards. So I really don't care. There is a recent study that the appendix actually has a use. Interesting. Oh, I'll have to read up on that. So what is my official nickname? Hayami Salami. Hayams. I will say Hayams has been one of the longer nicknames that people have given me. Hayami Salami is just something that Sage started saying, because at one point I think I said something about me being salami. But Hayams has been my most common nickname. And that's actually what my wife Toasty calls me, Hayams. And some people would call me Yams. So Hayams is definitely the official one for sure. And yeah, that is the most common one that I see. Let's see. Going back to what Will asked here, did you check if there's going to be retail events for Cyberpunk 1 near you? Have I done placements yet? Do you mean what clinic that I basically practice in? Haya is another one. Haya and Hayams are the two most popular ones. Hayami Salami is just Sage. So Will, yes, there is going to be a store near me that will run Cyberpunk, and I'm looking forward to that. Just having IRL experience I found the sounds from mannequins and IRL is completely different. Yes. Holy frick. Mannequins give you an idea. IRL... Textbooks and mannequins will never give you the same experience you'll get IRL. That's just how it is. Hammy? No, please. So no, there is a store that is going to carry it, and I'm looking forward to that. I actually had asked one of the, because I frequent it for Pokemon and Magic, I actually asked the dude, it's like, hey, you want to open a box together? He was like, heck yeah. So yes, we'll be opening a Cyberpunk box at some point together. But yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, how gay are you? Do you believe that rating is locked in, or could it change as time goes on? So we can get into a true theoretical question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how gay am I? In terms of happiness, a 1, because I'm generally not very happy. In terms of, you know, liking girls, I could probably be like a 7. Girls are really cute. If they're not annoying and not like, you know, and not self-absorbed, oh my God, girls are fantastic. Oh, I would lock her in the basement, keep her forever. But yes, there's a lot of women that are self-absorbed. A sad bi-curious. Yeah, so that's rare nowadays. Yeah, unfortunately a lot of women are self-absorbed and very arrogant and all that stuff, which freaking sucks. But if I can find one that isn't, oh yeah, she is a freaking prized woman. Oh. The basement is crowded. Find a new room. Fine, we'll put her in the attic. But yes. The issue is that a lot of girls suck. So, but like an attractive woman that, yeah, hits right there. Pretty much my current wife. My wife. But yes, that's what I would say. Guys kind of suck too. People just suck. That's it. We'll move on. I'll go on another rant at this rate. In 40 years, you think you'd pick up streaming again, Grandma Yami? That'd be interesting. If I was like super old and I'm like, hi everyone, my name is Granny Gumjobs. I don't know. I really don't know what the future will hold that far along. I think they'll still be streaming in 5 years, but I don't know if I'll be streaming in 40 years. I might be too tired, or we might have moved into post-apocalyptic. So rant is a good stream idea just to vent, Granny Hammy. Okay, so women are completely self-absorbed, unfaithful, and annoying. Men are very arrogant, believe they have the biggest wee-wees in the world, and believe that they're all super gangster and invincible. That's what I'm around a lot of these days. Overconfidence, bravado. Ugh. I just don't meet many people that aren't. I hate some of it. God. And like, they shouldn't have bravado. They look like the frickin' Michelin Man. With their diabetic butt and ketoacidosis. One step away from going into diabetic shock. Yeah. No, I'm annoyed by that. And it's like some people will be like, oh my God, you're being so insensitive. I'm not. Because there's a lot. Diabetes is like the #1 issue in the United States. Like, it is the #1 health problem, right below hypertension. So if you don't want me talking about it, stop eating so much. Like, you want me to be harsh? I will be. I'm so tired of I'm so tired of all these people saying, you know, body positivity when they're very clearly killing themselves. How's the male nurses though? Oh, they're fine. Usually male nurses are all gay. It's funny. So yes, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this, you know, let's just be all nice to everyone. No, like, let's be sensitive. Like, no, if you're unhealthy, I'm gonna tell you you're unhealthy. I'm not gonna lie to you because you deserve to have the truth of what's going on with your body. And too many people are like, spare my feelings. And it's like, I'm just annoyed, guys. That's it. I'm just annoyed. I'm bothered because it's just so ridiculous right now. As a male nurse, seeing a male nurse on shift is like the best shift ever. To a degree, I blame social media. Next question. Okay. We'll move on before I go further on this one. How long have you been pursuing your field? And just curious, but do you have a research paper? Just because I had to do one and the whole process was very much heck. No, I don't have to do a research paper. I've only been pursuing this for about 1.5 years now because I had to do prereqs. So I do consider that as part of the time that I spent. I had a lot of prerequisites that I had to do. That being said, now that I'm finished with those and on my way, I'm actually quite happy. I have a lot more ahead of me. I graduate next year to sit for the NCLEX RN, so looking forward to that, but you know, we'll get there. 1.5 years because, like I said, prerequisites and then getting ready for schooling. And we kind of go from there. Overall though, that's kind of what I've been doing and have been up to. So I'm happy. I am. I'm happy with the profession that I took. I'm happy that I was pushed towards it. I'm happy that I didn't stop. Like, it's exciting. It is. And I hope that I'll succeed, honestly. The NCLEX is going to be frightening. And, you know, I'll be fine. I will be. All right. So that's all the questions that I see there. Are you excited to see where life takes the community in the coming years? Yes. So I don't know where the community is going to go. I don't just yet. I am looking forward to seeing that the community grows and becomes, you know, where you guys go in life. I am. And I hope that all of you kind of succeed in what you want to do in life. I'm also excited to see how this grows, or if it doesn't, you know. For all we know, this is the peak of where I'm gonna go. And if this is the peak of an extent of my streaming career, that's okay. I'm happy with this. To me, I made it. I did it. I did something that most people won't be able to achieve in their life. Wait, actually, if I wanted to get the RN certificate in the US, what would I need to do? I don't know much about immigration in terms of transitioning medical license. I heard it's easy to transition countries. I do believe you'll probably have to take the NCLEX RN. The NCLEX RN is kind of a big one there. So, you know, if you have general knowledge, you'll be fine. If you know English, you'll be fine. So I wouldn't worry too much. If you know this stuff. If you don't... Rest in peace. Hi, had been subbed since your reaction vid on Arc-Knife Iceberg. Glad to see you're doing well. Happy 3rd anniversary, Auntie. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you for dropping in too. Man, I'm doing good in Arc-Knights. I am. And I'm looking forward to the collabs that we're getting. Excited. I'm so excited. How many more weeks until the Monster Hunter collab, Sage? Because I've been waiting long enough. I don't want to wait anymore. No more running. I can protect everyone. I won't be defeated. Yeah. I'm wondering if I should do a quick after party too. Like, you know, jump into Discord and we'll just kind of chat for a while. I'm thinking that might be the pathway. After this stream, we'll hop into Discord and we'll chat, and I can talk to people or talk to people just in general. And that might be a fun time. Are you winning? I am. I mean, I'm fine with nursing skills. I'm just worried on how specific they want my answers to be. So Elite 6, what I will tell you about the NCLEX RN is... The NCLEX RN is you will have a question, and then you'll have 4 answers. All of them are correct. You'll just have to pick the best one in that moment. Some of them will be straightforward, like prioritization questions are very easy. But the ones that are really hard are like generally ones where it's like literally 2 of them could be done in the exact same order. What's the best answer? Yes. The NCLEX RN is pretty much just that. That's why it's so hard here in the States. That's literally the entire test. Just endless amounts of what's the best question, what's the best answer, what's the best answer, what's the best answer. My neglect is finally gonna heck me over. Is Monhun this month? Hi, Acceptor. Yeah, Acceptor. Is Monhun this month? It shouldn't be. I quit Arc-Knights. Arc-Knight's stinky poo-poo game. Stinky poo-poo game. But yeah, we could play some community games. That actually sounds like fun. Next should be Chiave. No. No poo-poo ave. I think that's what I'll do, guys. All right. So this is not the end of the little celebration. I am going to hop into Discord. We're going to just play some community games together, like Slay the Spire 2, amongst other things, depending on how many people show up. So if you guys want, join the Discord down below. Otherwise, thank you for joining me for the stream. I greatly appreciate it. All of you are fantastic, and thank you for being here for this 3rd Streamiversary. This has honestly been probably one of the... Wait, we had a Discord? Yes, Istri, you're in it. You're in it. You left it. Oh wait, no, you're still in it. Wait, no, you're not. Wait, yes, you are. Wait, we have a Discord? Yes, Elite 6. We have a Discord down in the... Oh my gosh, you guys are making fun of me. Yeah, no, Istri, you used to have hip jiggle manticore. She like freaking shook her hips like crazy. Like it looked like she was given a special show, if you catch my meaning. Hips Magoo. That's why you thought I left? Yeah, you stopped being Hips Magoo, Hips Jiggler, 35. She would jiggle her hips. But yeah, thank you guys for nearly 3 long, strong years of streaming. I'm so blessed to have you guys as my community. I am. You're all so nice. You're all so kind. You listen to me when I complain about stuff and stuff like that. So no, that's John Real. Wait, that's John Real? Whoops. So you're ending stream and moving it to Discord? Yum, have Discord since when? Alright, you know what? All of you are stinky. All of you sniff butt crack and butt cheek every single day, and you like when there's a little extra chocolate for you to put your nose on. Ooh, doo-doo. Alright, guys. I'm gonna move it over there, but thank you guys. If you guys aren't able to jump over, that's perfectly fine. I just appreciate the fact that you could have truly been anywhere and you chose to spend it today with me. All right, guys. I'll see y'all over there. Thanks, guys. Thank you all, Wakiakutachi. Thank you. And have a blessed rest of your day if I don't see you guys there. All right. Take care, everybody. And bye-bye for now.